Hi YouTube. Time for something completely different. Let's talk about this book by George R.R. Martin, A Clash of Kings. It's the second novel in the series A Song of Ice and Fire. You might have read the first novel, A Game of Thrones, or you might have seen the TV show. This is the second book. Picks up after the ending of the first book and the TV show, and this one will be aired as another TV show this year. It's 730 pages, and it's quite large, but it's a very good read because the book focuses on all these different characters, and these chapters are quite small, not that big, so it really reads quite fast, you know. An interesting thing about this book, and I'm not going to spoil it, any of the content, so don't worry about that, is that it's basically about the realm being divided in all these different factions that claim their own kingdom, and they're basically in war with each other. And the fun thing about this book is that it takes place all over the realm. So you'll be reading through the book and going back to the maps in the front of the book, from the north to the south, and you'll always be looking from, oh, this is taking place there or there, and so it's really interesting to follow all these events. I must say it's a little things are moving a little slower than the first book, basically because there's so much going on, and there are more characters now. There are new characters introduced. Another thing is that there is more magic in this book. Now, I'm not really a fan of magic. Now, of course, this is a fantasy novel, but I don't know, magic kind of gives you always an explanation of things that cannot be explained, because it's magic, you know? So it's kind of a cheap trick, in my opinion. But I must say it doesn't really play a huge part in this book. But there are some major events that, well, have something to do with magic. So let's go back to the characters now. Funny thing is that some of the characters in the first book don't really appear in the second book. Now, for obvious reasons, because, for instance, Edward Stark is dead, so there's been more focus on his sons, or at least some of the sons, and his daughters. But there are also some new characters introduced, and some of them are more interesting than others. But I must say that this book, the best character in this book is still the dwarf, the Tyrion Lannister, who is basically loyal to his own Lannister family, but they despise him. So he knows that, and he's kind of a loner, but he has his own agenda, and he's very cunning, but he has a lot of honor as well. So he's a very interesting and sympathetic character. And I always like to read about Bran, the crippled son of Edward Stark, as well as his daughter Arya, who is basically this adventurous girl in this hostile world. So that's really nice. So yeah, I love the style of the book. It's not complicated to read. I must say there's a lot of background to the realm. It's more fleshed out, though events move slower. I must say there are two disappointments, I think. The first book, there was this story about Daenerys, who is this girl that, well, the dragon girl, basically, with the 3 dragons. And her story in this book doesn't really move that much forward. So that's kind of a bummer. And the fact that Jon Snow, the bastard son of Edward Stark, his story is not really that interesting beyond the wall in the north. Though there are some intriguing events going on there, very mysterious events. But the character seems to, I don't know, be kind of stuck. There's no character progression too much going on. So, well, anyway, a great read. Love the book, and you should actually read the book or watch the TV show when it airs. So, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good, well, New Year's, and of course, best wishes for that. So, thanks for watching.